Hello everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and today I'm doing another bit of a hard puzzle here. This one is called Succulent Mosaic by Galison, 500-piece puzzle. And as you can see, it is purely flower succulent plants with a gold trim to it on top of it. So it's going to be a rather difficult puzzle. And if you've never done a puzzle with succulents before, it is very difficult. It is probably on par with mandala stones, I would say, in regards to difficulty, and simply for the fact that they're not as exactly easy to distinguish when you're looking at puzzle pieces. And so I figured this would be a good one to do. I remember getting this at Barnes & Noble when I was having a bad day and did some puzzle shopping for myself, and I thought this would be a good challenge. I know I keep saying I should do easier puzzles and not harder ones, but I do think harder ones are important. And I do think that this one is going to be something that I will regret doing. So my goals for this puzzle is just to be under the hour. I think if I'm under the hour, I will be doing very well. I didn't look on myspeedpuzzling.com. I don't know if anyone's done this. I'll probably look at it after I do the puzzle just to see where I place, basically. My estimate on this, I think I'll do it in 1:15. I think that's where I'm going to place on this. But we'll see. This could be either something I can figure out relatively easy, because they are in different chunks, but they are random in a lot of places. Like you can see that these two areas are the same, but they're in different sections of the puzzle. This pink flower will probably be the easiest section, maybe with these stripes. These stripes here, I guess, might be the second easiest, but everything else is going to be rather difficult. And so the last time I did a puzzle that was succulents, it was a photograph of succulents. I believe either a Buffalo Games or a Seco puzzle, 300 pieces, and I did it in 38 minutes. And I usually am well under 25 minutes for 300 pieces nowadays. So that does tell you how difficult succulents are on puzzles. So hopefully we'll stay under the hour on this one, but again, I think I'll be at about the 1:15 for it. Succulent mosaics. Let's smash it. this was Succulent Mosaic by Galison, 500-piece puzzle. And I did this in 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 30 seconds. And as you can see, it is very beautiful. Very good pickup test. Barely need to hold it, honestly. Probably can stand up on its own. Not quite, but close enough. But yeah, I was actually pretty surprised with my time on this. And honestly, I was thinking I'd get under the hour because my start was not too bad. I started flipping all the pieces and sorting the edge out because I was predicting this would be a difficult puzzle. And so I tried to, not just move every border piece as I found it. I tried to collect it in my hand as I kept flipping the pieces over. That way I don't move every time to put a piece over in my pile. I also sorted out the pink, the purple, the blues, and the stripy plants here. Kind of the stripy leaves anyway. Those were pretty distinct for me to spot. And so I sorted those piles out. And then I worked on the pink and kind of the purple and then the stripy plants. And then I worked on the border. And I was about 28, 29 minutes in. And I had almost all that kind of ready to go. So I actually thought I was moving pretty quickly. And I thought I would get under the hour. But unfortunately, once I had all the main colors out of the way, the distinct ones anyway, it was mostly just green, dark green, bluish. And a lot of just little bits of pink in here and there for distinction, but it was all the hard pieces after that. So yeah, I slowed down about 10 minutes or so, and that's what got me over the hour. But otherwise, yeah, I really had a lot of distinction on this puzzle that made it a little bit easier than I was expecting. The gold trim also didn't quite throw me off. I thought it would, but it was actually pretty good outline distinctions of the plants, and it kind of kept everything separate. So, you know what? Kind of happy with that time. I predicted to be about the hour 15 mark. I did this about 7 minutes faster than what I was predicting. And yeah, didn't quite make the hour, but pretty happy with this time. Now, I did check on myspeedpuzzling.com because I wanted to see if anyone else has done this puzzle, and some people have. I didn't see any top puzzler names that at least I recognized. But the fastest time by themselves was 1 hour and 27 minutes. So once I put my time in, I will be the fastest person to have done this puzzle. There was a couple pairs and teams also, and like a few of them beat my time, but not many. So that was actually kind of a surprise. But yeah, this was a bit of a challenge, but not as hard as I was predicting. I'm pretty happy. I'm either getting faster and better at it, or this puzzle just wasn't as difficult as I was anticipating. Once again, Galison has a great pickup test, and I definitely look forward to doing some more Galisons in the future here. They're quite deceiving because you think that their piece cut would be easy because they pretty much have, I think it's all two-pronged, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but they're like either sideways or they're fat or skinny, and especially with the border, you can tell which is like the top and bottom and then the sides. But I do think that since it's only two-prong on each of them, it kind of does slow you down just a tad, because there's not as distinct enough shapes. But Galison, as far as I know, like I've done a couple now, no false fits. So they keep it pretty good for just having the two-prong shape. This would be a good one to frame if I decided to frame it, but I'm only planning to frame one puzzle at the moment. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it's extremely dark, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll even do it for speed. It would mess up my average so bad, probably. Alrighty. Well, while the time was a good one, wasn't quite under the hour, so technically, we did not smash it today. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.